I keep trying to reconnect the past, like a phone with broken line, but every call just fades to static over time. The night is full of silent signals. I pretend I understand, but nothing ever comes through clearly in my hand. Your absence feels like interference, and everything I hear, a quiet kind of noise that grows when you're not near. I thought I'd lose the signal, let it finally go, but some connections linger even when they slow. It's a lost signal memory, still flickering in my mind, a voice I almost reach for but never find. And every note the saxophone carries feels like your fading tone, a melody that keeps reminding I'm alone. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages torn in half, where every moment used to carry a shared laugh. The world keeps talking all around me, but I hear something else, like echoes of your voice repeating by itself. Even strangers in the distance sound a little like you did, but every time I turn to look, it's just red. I thought distance would erase you like numbers from a screen, but some memories refuse to stay unseen. It's a lost signal memory, still stuck between the noise, a broken kind of silence that destroys. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the words I lost in static back then. Maybe love is just a signal that never finds its end. It bends through all the silence it can't mend. And maybe I was never ready to hear it fade to black, so I keep searching for a frequency that won't come back. I don't try to fix the static, I let it stay, 'cause even broken signals have something to say. The noise becomes a kind of language only I can feel, a memory that somehow still feels real. And somewhere in the broken silence, you still exist in me, a lost signal I keep chasing endlessly. It's a lost signal memory, still calling out your name, a fading kind of echo without frame. And if the world forgets the whispering through. You didn't leave with heavy words, no breaking scene, no sound. Just quiet steps that walked away, like nothing tied you down. And I stood there pretending calm, like it was all okay. But something in the air that night just slipped away. The lights were still, the world kept moving, like nothing felt the same. But I could hear inside my chest you calling in a fading name. I told myself it's nothing, just another passing phase. But silence has a way of staying for days. You faded out without goodbye, like smoke into the air, leaving only empty spaces where you were there. And every note the saxophone cries feels like it understands a love that slipped right through my hands without demands. I walk through places we once knew, but they don't speak your name. They look the same, they feel the same, but not the same. I try to act like I'm okay now, like nothing cuts too deep. But some memories don't let you go, they don't sleep. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, it never looks behind. But I'm still standing in the moment left behind. I thought that I could let it fade, like fading is control. But some goodbyes don't happen loud, they steal the soul. You faded out without goodbye and left no trace behind, just echoes of a feeling I can't unwind. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to you, to everything I never said but wanted to. Maybe love doesn't end with closure, it just disappears, leaving fragments of forever inside the years. And maybe I was never ready to watch it turn to dust, because some hearts don't break in anger, they just rust. Now I don't chase the ending anymore, I just let it be. Because some stories don't conclude, they leave me. The night still carries what you left in quiet, unseen ways, like something that refuses to erase. distant static, I still feel you near. A love that never said goodbye, but disappeared. You faded out without goodbye, and I'm still standing here, holding on to nothing but missing you clear. And if the world forgets our story, I'll still recall the sound of love that left so quietly, without a bound. Still loving silence, I learned to sit with empty mornings where your voice used to stay, like light that slowly disappears at break of day. The bed feels wider than it should now, like it forgot our shape. And every habit that we shared escapes. I don't expect your name to echo in every passing sound, but somehow silence feels like you all around. I told myself it's over, that I've adjusted fine, but some emotions don't erase with time. I'm still loving silence softly, where your presence used to be, a quiet kind of memory inside of me. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it still knows the love that never fully left but slowly goes. I pass through days in steady motion, but nothing feels alive, like something in me didn't learn how to survive. The world keeps speaking in its rhythm, but I hear something else, like fragments of your voice that live by themselves. Even names I hear in passing sound a little like you did, but vanish just as quickly as they hid. I thought I'd stop remembering the way you used to stay, but silence has a habit of replay. I'm still loving silence softly, in places you once stood, a gentle kind of heartbreak that feels misunderstood. And every time the music rises, it brings me back to when I still believed forever a quiet witness to what I feel. A love that still feels present, but not real. And somewhere in the silence, you still remain, a soft and fading echo without name. I'm still loving silence softly, where you used to breathe, a memory that never learned to leave. And if the world forgets the meaning of everything we knew, I'll still be loving silence and you. Still loving silence. A broken vinyl keeps on spinning with a sound that fades and bends, like every word we never finished before it ends. I sit alone in low-lit silence, watching time behave so strange, like even memories start to crack and rearrange. The air still holds your distant presence in a subtle, fading tone, like something warm that used to live here but now is gone. I thought the past would stay behind me, like dust that falls away, but some reflections keep on playing every day. It's a broken vinyl memory, skipping back to you. Every sound a little broken, but still true. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it won't let go, a melody of what we were long ago. Through streets that don't remember what we used to be, but every corner still reflects a piece of me. The world keeps turning like a record that never learns to stop, but I'm still stuck inside the moment it all dropped. Your voice appears in sudden fragments, in places I don't expect, like echoes that refuse to lose their effect. I thought I could just move forward and leave it in the past, but broken things still echo longer than they last. It's a broken vinyl memory, still spinning in my mind, playing love in incomplete pieces left behind. And every time the music rises, it drags me back to you, to all the things we never fixed or knew. Maybe love is never perfect, it scratches on its way, replaying all the moments that won't decay. Maybe I was never ready you still appear. Inside this broken vinyl I keep near. It's a broken vinyl memory that never lets me go, playing love in shattered pieces, soft and slow. And if the world forgets the meaning of everything we knew, this broken sound will always play of you. I hear you in the static silence between the night and day, like signals drifting out of reach that slowly fade away. The world around me keeps on moving, but I'm still tuned to you, like broken radio emotions coming through. I try to focus on the present, but the past keeps breaking in, like something I can't switch off from within. I told myself I'd lose the signal, let the frequency die, but some connections never fully say goodbye. It's a fading frequency, love, still humming in my chest, a signal that won't settle down or let me rest. And every note the saxophone carries feels like your distant tone, a melody that keeps on calling me home. I walk through streets of moving strangers, but none of them align with all the versions of your voice inside my mind. The city noise becomes a pattern that almost sounds like you, but every time I reach for it, it cuts right through. Your memory keeps interrupting every thought I try to keep, like something buried in my mind too deep. I thought distance would erase you, like fading is clean sound, but some frequencies just echo all around. It's a fading frequency, love, still looping in my head, a song that never finishes even when it's dead. And every time the music rises, it drags me back again to all the love I couldn't hold back then. Maybe love is just the interference, I let it play. Because even broken signals find their way. The noise becomes a kind of comfort. I can recognize a fading love still speaking through the skies. And somewhere in the endless dark, you still feel near. A frequency of memory still clear. It's a fading frequency, love, that never leaves my side. A broken kind of signal I can't hide. And if the world forgets the meaning of everything we knew, this quiet frequency will always call to you. I keep replaying us in reverse tonight, just to feel you once again. Like walking back through every moment before it came to an end. The laughter turns into silence as it slowly fades away, and I can almost hear you closer than yesterday. Every detail comes back clearly, but never stays for long. Like I'm searching for a version of us that's already gone. I know the past can't be rewritten, no matter how I try. But my mind keeps pulling backward every time. It feels like love in reverse now. I'm chasing what we were. Every memory plays backward in a blur. And every note this saxophone carries feels like it rewinds the night to the moment before everything lost its light. I walk through scenes we used to share, but they don't stay the same. Each time I reach a happy part, it breaks like flame. Your voice comes in fragments, then slowly slips away. Like something I can almost touch, but cannot stay. The world keeps moving forward while I move back again, inside a loop of moments that won't end. I thought if I kept remembering, I might understand. But some things only hurt more when you hold them in your hand. It feels like love in reverse now, a story turned around, where every step I take backward is a sound. And every time the music rises, it pulls me through the past to everything I wanted to last. Maybe love was never meant to move against the tide, no matter how many times Sometimes I try to realign, and maybe I was never ready to watch it fade so slow. So I keep going backward, where I still know. Trying to fix the timeline, I let it be, because even broken memories are part of me. The night becomes a quiet mirror of what I lost before, a love that only moves in reverse once more. And somewhere in that backward motion, you still appear, a version of us that never learned to disappear. It feels like love in reverse now, still pulling me to you, a fading kind of memory I walk through. And if the world forgets the ending, I'll still return inside to love in reverse, where you hide. The streetlights fade like tired memories along these empty roads. Midnight drifts across the city, soft and cold. I walk alone without a destination, just letting time move on. But every quiet corner here feels wrong. Your voice still lingers in the silence, like a distant tune, something fragile floating slowly through the room. I thought these nights would feel much lighter as the months went by, but missing you still follows every skyline. Under faded streetlights tonight, I still think of you. Every shadow in the city leads me to the truth, and every passing moment here feels slower than before, like my heart is waiting by a closed door. The windows glow above the avenue, like scenes I cannot reach, while memories keep speaking softly without speech. I try to lose myself in motion, in the rhythm of the crowd, but loneliness can feel the strongest when surrounded. Even the wind along the pavement sounds low and blue, like the whole night keeps remembering you. I told myself I'd stop returning to what we used to certain hearts keep wandering endlessly under faded street lights tonight. Your memory still stays like reflections on the sidewalk after rain. And every distant sound I hear pulls me back again to all the words we never said back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever bright. Maybe some feelings only live at night. And maybe I was never ready to let the feeling end. So I keep walking through these streets again. The sky begins to pale with morning, but I still move slow, like part of me is searching what I know. The city starts another. The city sleeps in quiet colors while I'm still awake, watching reflections on the ceiling slowly break. Your memory moves through the darkness like smoke without a flame. Every night I try to lose it, feels the same. I thought the distance would grow easier with every passing day, but some feelings learn to linger and stay. I keep telling myself that I should let you go, but certain kinds of love move slow, and the shadows stay late tonight, long after midnight fades, carrying pieces of your voice through empty space. Every silence in this room still sounds a little like you, a quiet kind of heartbreak I can't undo. I hear old conversations inside my restless mind, like unfinished photographs frozen in time. The streets outside keep moving without a second glance, but I'm still standing in the moment of our last chance. Even the memories in every space. Maybe I was never ready to close the door completely, so I keep your fading shadow with me. Without trying to fight, because some memories look softer at night. The darkness becomes a mirror for everything I hide, a love that never truly left inside. And somewhere past the morning, you still remain a fragile kind of shadow in my veins. And the shadows stay late tonight, even when the sky turns blue, like every fading piece of me still belongs to you. And if tomorrow finally takes these memories away, I know your shadow in my heart will stay. Station lights are growing dimmer as midnight settles in. People come and go like stories that never begin. I sit alone beside the window, watching shadows move, trying to forget the way I still think of you. The city passes in reflections, blurred against the glass, like memories that disappear too fast. I told myself this lonely feeling would fade before too long, but every road I take tonight feels wrong. Home tonight with your memory beside me. Every silent mile keeps pulling you back to me, and every quiet second here feels colder than before, like love stepped off somewhere I can't return anymore. Empty seats feel like reminders of everything we were, fragments of unfinished moments still blurred. Outside the streets keep glowing softly, like nothing ever changed, but inside me every feeling feels rearranged. I close my eyes to rest a little, but sleep won't stay, because your voice keeps finding me anyway. I thought distance would make it easier to leave the past behind, but some hearts never learn to untie. I'm riding the last train home tonight, through silence and blue light, holding on to fading pieces of us tonight. To go back then, maybe I was never ready to watch us drift apart, so I carry this long ride inside my The train slows down near morning, but I stay in my seat, like part of me still waits for you. Across the street, the sky begins to lose the darkness. The city wakes anew, but nothing feels completely real without you. And somewhere in the fading distance, beyond the morning glow, I hear your memory whisper, soft and low. I'm riding the last train home tonight, though home no longer feels the same. Every road keeps circling back to your name. And if this lonely ride keeps going, long after night is through, I'll still be on this last train home, missing you. The room still carries traces of a voice that isn't there, like shadows on the ceiling that I still swear. I sit where conversations used to fill the air, but now it's only silence everywhere. The light feels slightly colder than it used to feel before, like something warm and living lives here no more. I tell myself I'm used to it, that time has done its part, but echoes don't dissolve so easily inside the heart. These are empty room echoes calling your name again, soft reminders of a moment that won't end. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my pain, a melody of something that won't remain. I move around in quiet circles, trying not to feel, but even Even stillness has a way of making things real. The smallest sound becomes a memory I cannot ignore, like footsteps that don't happen anymore. The world outside keeps rushing forward without a backward glance, but I am still caught inside the space of what we had. I thought I'd learn to live with this, like living is a skill, but some absences don't leave you, they stay still. These are empty room echoes that never fade away, just fragments of a yesterday that won't decay. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to then, to all the love that lingers still within. Maybe love is just a presence that doesn't leave at all. It stays inside the silence after the fall. And maybe I was never ready to hear that final sound, when everything I held so close broke down. Fix the silence, I let it stay, 'cause even pain becomes familiar in its own way. The room still feels like waiting for someone to return, but all I have are lessons I never learned. Still somewhere in the fading quiet, I think you're near tonight, inside these empty echoes without light. These are empty room echoes that never let me go, soft reminders of a love I used to know. And if the world forgets this feeling, I'll still recall the sound of all the things you never said, but left around. Sex in the doorway, soft as rain, tracing your name again. Your coat on the chair, still holding your shape. I pour out 2 glasses and watch the room wake. You smile like a secret you kept just for me, and suddenly even the moon leans to see. Let the night slow down, let the whole room hush. Your hand on my wrist turns the air to blush. Stay right here, stay right here. My heart knows your name. Stay right here, stay right here. Don't let this fade away. Your laugh in the corner moves through the smoke. You touch my shoulder and everything glows. I know what I want now, no need to pretend. If this is the moment, then let it not end. Let the night slow down, let the whole room hush. Your hand on my wrist turns the air to blush. Stay right here, stay right here. My heart knows your name. Stay right here, stay right here. Don't let this fade away. If love is a river, let it pull me in. If time leaves us searching, I choose you again. One slow breath closer, one kiss, one sigh. Tell me forever can learn how to try. Stay right here, stay right here. My heart knows your name. Stay right here. Don't let this fade away. Sax in the doorway, soft as rain, tracing